Guess what? It looks like we might have a likely settlement in the lawsuit that Gabby Petito's mother, on behalf of Gabby Petito's estate, has filed against Brian Laundries' estate. Not Brian Laundries' parents, but against Brian Laundries' estate for wrongful death damages, funeral expenses, burial expenses, loss of care and comfort, companionship, damages in excess of $30,000. So it looks like we have a settlement. So I'm going to show you how I know that. I'm going to walk you through the actual court document. And I'm also going to talk to you about how this settlement potentially could impact the other lawsuit in which Gabby Petito's parents are suing Brian Laundries' parents for intentional infliction of emotional distress because they claim the Laundries withheld information, should have given him the information regarding Gabby Petito's whereabouts, where Gabby's body was. It's a terrible, terrible tragedy for both families. So let's go ahead and take a look at, but before we go there, I should say to you, thank you so much for subscribing. Please do subscribe to this channel. Please support my channel by subscribing. Hit that like button, share these videos, and please do leave a comment or question because I want to know what your analysis is, because this video is simply my analysis. It's for education and information purposes. All right. So let's look at what happened yesterday. Yesterday there was a pretrial conference, and here's how I know that there's a likely resolution, because it says right here, but let me back up. So it says Nichole Schmidt, that's Gabby's mom, as administrator. It was in the 12th Judicial Circuit Court in Sarasota, Florida. This is the lawsuit she filed, the wrongful death lawsuit, against Barry Spivey as curator of the estate. So he's the named defendant on behalf of Brian Laundries' estate, but the court appointed Brian Laundries' parents as, for purposes of this lawsuit, as the administrator of the estate. So anyway, the judge is Hunter Carroll. It took place yesterday, November 1st at 1:30. The attorney representing the petitioner, which is Nichole Schmidt, Gabby's mom, made an appearance and gave the court an indication. It's a pretrial conference, so the court wants to know what's the status of the case. Are we going to resolve it? What's happening? So here's what was entered. Case still on. That means it's still continuing. Likely resolution. That means a likely settlement. So right there it indicates to me that the parties have been negotiating. They're trying to probably come up with the amount of damages. And the question is, whether or not it will have any impact on the other case, the intentional infliction of emotional distress case, depends on the terms, but probably not likely, okay? Because the parties in this case, it's Brian Laundries' estate, not his parents. However, if they've been involved in the negotiation, maybe it has something to do, but probably separate. Okay, but the next video I'm going to do is very interesting. Because in that lawsuit where Brian Laundries' parents are being sued by Gabby Petito's parents for withholding or not giving them information regarding the whereabouts of their daughter, Gabby Petito, terrible, terrible tragedy for both families, having lost their children. The Laundries have filed a motion for a protective order because their depositions are coming up and they don't want to be asked certain questions. Well, that motion is very interesting because there are a couple things in that motion that indicate to me where questions should be asked. So stay tuned. I'll be posting that video shortly. In the meantime, please hit that like button. Please leave a comment or question. And please do support my work by subscribing. And thanks again to all of those of you who have subscribed and continue to support this channel. Thanks again for watching.